Checking here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, it is a Halloween crab wrap-up. Hey, I just noticed it's not actually called the Hallowed crab. Huh, that's weird. I thought it was the Hallowed crab. When they first announced it, it was the Hallowed crab, right? And those first images and stuff. But now it's actually here, and it's called the Hallowed. Either way, guys. So we're doing the Halloween / Hallowed crab review and wrap-up. Now, unfortunately, just based on the chicken's kind of time frames here, I didn't have enough time to actually finish all the attacks in the event, but we can still do a wrap-up and review of everything we thought. Now, currently I am #1 in Canada, but of course that's going to change as everybody catches up. But we'll say we finished it at #1 locally, and globally for that matter, I would say. In my opinion, we finished at #1 global. So, yeah, so let's discuss the Hallowed Mega Crab, guys. What we thought of it, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. So first off, I loved the fact, I love the rotating troop boosts. I love the rotating abilities. I thought that just brought a lot of variety to each stage. I also noticed a few stages actually had different layouts, which is something that doesn't typically happen very much on the Mega Crab. Usually it's the same, you know, it's the very same layouts, and for the most part it was still the same layouts, but I did see a few different ones where you had to kind of stop and think. Yes, it made it harder, but that's also more... It's also more fun to have a bit of a challenge too. So I thought overall the stages were like this one. It was good in terms of like the mechanics and how it worked, and you know, it was exciting and it was challenging. But personally, it felt super grindy to me. I don't know if that's just the chicken, and maybe that part of it's because I tried to do it all in one afternoon. But it felt incredibly grindy to me. And I think part of that was the pumpkin mortars. Part of that was the fact we didn't have incredible tribes for this. Even though actually, yeah, we did have pretty good tribes. I don't know. Maybe the chicken's just a whiner, guys. Because yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just used to having this specific troop boosts for each crab, even though we did have those on some stages. So I don't know. Something about it. I can't put my finger on something about it. It felt harder than normal. Even though we ended up further, you know, I'm on stage 60, about to be 65 here in a minute. If we actually get the stage done, I'm not sure if we will, but and we're still gonna have plenty of attacks left over. And I did a couple really goofy attacks. I might show you a couple of those. I did some all rifleman attacks with like 500% health boost, which was pretty insane. But yeah, overall, I had a good time. I had a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys did too. I still love the monthly Mega Crabs. Like, this is the perfect format for the Mega Crab, honestly, to do them once a month, to have unlimited attacks. I mean, it just gets better and better the more that they fine-tune these things. It's just, you know, the way it's set up is just perfect. I couldn't, outside of having, you know, like better tribes or better boosts or any things like that, outside of that, I don't know how they can even really improve upon this. It just seems like it's perfect. And a lot of people were a little cheesed that, the contest that they did for those crab statues were just US based, but I can't say guaranteed, but more than likely they're going to bring the same statue contests everywhere, like globally. You're going to be able to win them, so don't think that you're just out on this contest because you don't live in the States. I'm sure like they would never just do it once. That wouldn't make any sense. So you can definitely look forward to opportunities to win those Dr. Terror statues that do look pretty sick. So yeah, excited to see where they go with those in the future. And let's get the shield down, please, Mr. Tanks. I don't think they're going to. When you zoom out, it looks like it's pretty well dead, but you zoom in and there is a good chunk of, you know, 50 or 60k or something like that there. So this attack is going to be ended in a moment. But yeah, overall, I had a great time. I think it was a great crab. I love the theme of it being Halloween, and it's you know, right around Halloween time for everybody that celebrates that. I think everybody does a Halloween thing, no matter what your religion is. Maybe the chicken's way off on that, guys. I'm not a religious doctor that you know, goes out and tells people what religion they have to be or what language they have to speak. That's not what I do here. That's not what I do here. I'm just here to play Boom Beach at the end of the day, and you can be a doctor or you can have your own religion. Oh man, why did I just throw Barrage on that Doom Can that has like 100 and 100 plus K health on it. Okay, so that was probably a waste of artilleries. Yes, it was, chicken. Yes, it was. Okay. Alrighty, so we're using 10 attacks on stage 64, but that's okay. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I mean, I talked about the crab for like 5 hours today, so if you want to see more of that, make sure you check out that live stream, because it was a lot of fun. I love doing those huge streams too, because I never really had a reason to do them before, but now that we have the crabs here for once a month, it's a great reason to stream for several hours at a time, which is fun to do for sure. And I think you guys get a kick out of those too. So everybody wins. Everybody wins with these mega crabs, guys. Everybody wins. All right, here we go. Stage 64 is finally about to go down, and boom. Yeah, basically the way I do these is I try to get the diamond trophy as quick as I can. Then I kind of just goof around with the last 10 or 15 attacks, unless I'm, you know, really seriously pushing. But for the most part, I haven't really been doing that. I just get the diamond trophy, and then I'm kind of okay with everything else. So you see right here, we did in fact get Mr. Diamond Pumpkin. So yeah, it's a pretty good haul. He matches the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months in a row of the monthly mega crabs, guys. Getting those diamonds each and every single time. Okay, so we got some pumpkin mortars. We got some cryo bombs. So let's go like this. And go like that. And we're going to shock Mr. Shock Launcher, and we'll shock a couple of these pumpkins over here as well. Just because we can. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, because we missed that pumpkin. And yeah, I don't know. The next crab is going to be the end of November. We don't know anything about it just yet, but maybe it's time to start speculating on that already, guys. The time I'm recording this, crab is just landing for everybody, so we'll have the review out nice and early for everyone to take a look at. But yeah, so in terms of the difficulty, I found it stepped it up a lot faster this go around, and that was mostly due to the scary mortar, because that was just, you know, it was something that came in that was just harder to deal with rather than giving you a boost, which typically, you know, the things that they add make it easier, but this one made it harder. So I found in the late 20s, that's when the difficulty kind of started to ramp up, which isn't typical of the crab, but in my opinion, that's where it got a little harder. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of the Hallowed or the Halloween mega crab. Let's move over this way. The smoke screen reduction is pretty nice. Let's go like this, and then we'll flare up this way, I guess. Actually, let's just flare right on that boom can, because it's going to get a couple shots off on us. I don't know if I'm going to leave the ghosts up below me. I kind of like how they look, honestly, but maybe not a permanent addition, but yeah. I felt the difficulty came in right around the late 20s for the stages. Overall, it was good. It was fun. It's nice to have challenging crabs. It's nice just to have different stuff, you know. As long as they bring in different things, I'm kind of on board with whatever it is. If it makes it difficult or if it makes it easier, then either way, that's fine. That's fine for me. But definitely let me know. Chime off down below in the comments, guys. They definitely go by community feedback for these monthlies, so make sure that you're chiming in and, you know, letting the chicken know, or letting Supercell know yourself exactly how you feel about these. And yeah, I think it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff, guys. Let me know also down below in those comments. Lots to leave in the comments today. Where you ended up and what region you're in. Like, if you're in the States, how far did you get? Do you think you're going to be able to win the contest? If you're in Lithuania, how did you fare out on the Egyptian leaderboard? Things like that. Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. And here we go. So we got the tanks rolling up on this right-hand side here. Now, I think on these later stages, I was able to get away a couple times with just for this layout, for taking out the shields, then kind of going straight at it from either the right or the left side. But when it gets when you get on these higher health ones, it becomes a little bit more tricky, guys. It becomes a little bit more tricky. So we're gonna let the tanks just kind of roll out here, and yeah, I'll finish off the crab attacks at some point over the weekend, and then I'm just going to I'll post up a screenshot in the community section. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel to stay tuned for more on that. Might have some other stuff coming out a little later about next month's Mega Crab, so make sure to also subscribe for that, guys. Lots of stuff to subscribe for, lots of stuff to leave comments for, or just, you know, say hey, let me know what you had for lunch, let me know what you're thinking about. Yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and I'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out. Bye.